Popular media personality and entrepreneur Stephanie Coker has sparked a renewed conversation about housing crisis in Lagos State after sharing her frustrating experience with a real estate agent. The media star took to social media to call out what she described as exploitative and unregulated practices within the rental market, especially the now common viewing fee, a charge demanded by agents just to inspect a property. Lagos State needs to regulate housing agents. What exactly is this 20k viewing charge about? One even said the agency fee is 20%. They just wake up and make their own rules, knowing there is no regulation, so they can do as they please. It's very unfair to prospective tenants, Coker lamented. Her comment instantly resonated with thousands of Lagosians who have long battled with an stressful and often extortional housing system. The uproar highlights a wider problem: a housing market operating like a Wild West, and desperate tenants are at the mercy of self-styled agents with no oversight and little recourse. The 20k viewing charge referenced by Coker is not new to Lagos residents. What began as a 1k, 2k fee a few years ago has ballooned into a disturbing trend where prospective renters are charged exorbitant fees, often without guarantees of viable listing. And if you're thinking the fee guarantees a property match or even a refund if you don't find one, think again. It's a pay-to-look situation with no receipt, no accountability, and no refunds. So generally on this matter, yeah, where you do you live on a house of your own?
No.
Okay, but you still okay.
Yes.
Now, but if you were to go look for an apartment on your own and you are asked to pay 20k,
that's hilarious.
just to see the house.
That's hilarious. Just to look the house.
Like,
just to look this. Let's bring it down. Just to look the house, right? That's crazy.
What do you make of this particular story generally?
I've said it. It's crazy. This problem is not just in Lagos State.
Actually, yeah.
It's also in Port Harcourt, though the pricing may be different.
Yeah, actually.
But then 20k, Nigeria, not just Nigeria as a whole, should not just look into this, but also do something about it. Yes, we say Nigeria is messed and all that, but then we should look into this. People exploiting people, market women exploiting people, housing agents exploiting people. I'm a student and I stay in school, I stay around school.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, the houses around school is so crazy. So crazy. I don't know if you've experienced something like that, so I don't know, but my fellow students can relate.
Apartments around schools are
so
usually
crazy.
very expensive. Yeah.
Like, for a self-contained, they are telling you 400, 500,000. Not even well furnished. Caution fee, they are telling you 30,000. What are you cautioning? Even the house is not even looking good. Please, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. And not just us, not just the people outside, but to students also. So she's right. Nigerians are going through a lot. And yes, everybody wants to exploit everybody to make, you cannot even make the whole money with just that.
True.
No accountability, as she has said. No receipt will be given to you. No refund. So your money is going and these guys are giving you a house that they know it is not good and you will not like it. And they will still take you to places. And that 20,000 is just for an apartment. Just to see just one apartment. And they will take you to one apartment that is not good. They'll take you to also another apartment that's not taking you around, and you keep paying 20,000 naira.
How
So
much
it's
is the
unfair.
house again?
How much is the house? Check it out. How much is the aside other fee? What of drinking money or whatever?
Yeah, drink money. I learned they collect that one. There are a lot of things actually.
So there's a lot to this. There's a lot. So not just Lagos State, Lagos government, but also Nigeria as a whole should tackle this issue of people exploiting people. Agents trying to exploit agents, market, everybody just coming up and setting their own law. Nothing goes up in Nigeria that ever comes down.
No.
There is hardly a product that goes up that would come down. Hardly.
Now we most times we say the systems are not built in a way that it helps us. We know that the government in itself, we are hoping that they change things and make things better. But why is it that Nigerians tend to want to exploit other Nigerians? Why is it that we have situations where people are not patriotic, they are not loving their brothers, their sisters, they're not thinking about why is everybody selfish? First of all, to start with, because why would you be taking 20,000 naira just to check out a house that the person might not like? So if you want to go to 5 houses on that particular day, that's like 100K that you want to start paying.
Gone so soon.
Oh dear Lord. But why is it that is the government really our problem in this particular case? Is the government our problem, or are we our problems ourselves?
The government is not our problem in this particular case. People are exploiting people. The government is not our problem. Yes, the government is making things so hard, but we can be considerate. We are so full of greed. That is the reason why people want to exploit people. They just want more. They want more. Check the richest man, check the richest man or the richest man. Half will still be filled with greed, because greed is a part of human's nature. Everybody is selfish. At some point, you are selfish. You're considering yourself before the other person. So when it comes to money, we just have a few persons who are not putting themselves before others. So everybody wants to put their interest before any other person. Yes, we know the problems are too, but we know that life challenges are there, but you are not the only one facing life challenge. You should also look out for the other person. The other person may probably be facing a challenge more higher than yours. So people are faced with greed. People just want more and more. And they probably may not have enough space to collect the more, but they just want more. Nigeria is not our problem entirely. We should first of all fix ourselves to fix Nigeria. We should fix ourselves before we fix Nigeria.
But how is that going to work right now, seeing that we have grown with that mindset that I need to extort this person to live the way I want. It's business. Yeah, if you cannot pay this 20,000 naira, you go look for somebody else, or you go look for the apartment yourself.
And that would be very difficult.
And that would be very difficult, because you cannot get this apartment. How would they now survive? This is their business. Yeah, this is how they make ends meet. But is there a way to regulate these people?
There is a way to, as she has said, the Lagos government. Because if you let people just decide on their own to settle their problem, not to be greedy, to exploit others, that would be very difficult.
We may
maybe till the end of human race before we may be able to put a total end of greed and human exploitation, the next person trying to exploit the other person. That is why we have the government, to checkmate all this. So you won't pass your boundary. Yes, you can be selfish, but please don't cross this line.
The fact that you say you can be selfish, but please
don't cross this line. So there is a line. We permit you to be selfish, but please, there should be
some conscience.
Exactly. You should have some conscience. That's why we have the government. We have the government, so people will be able to there will be laws to guide people. That's why we have human rights, right? We have human rights, because where your right ends, the next person owns starts. Where your right and the next person starts. We have the government to also check out that, okay, it is my right not to be exploited. Whether I like it or not, whether it's in the constitution or not, it is my right not to be exploited. So we have the government to check out or not, to help us not to be exploited by people. This is what's happening in school at the moment. I observed it. Few weeks back, shuttle drivers increased the fee to 200 naira. I don't know why, but they increased the fee to 200 naira.
What school is that again?
River State University.
Okay.
They increased the fee to 200 naira from anywhere you're stopping in school. So
because petroleum is expensive.
Okay, they increased it before from 50 naira to 100 naira. So the information currently, when it was increased to 200 naira, the information got to the SCG president.
Yeah.
And he immediately went to the car park and inquired why the increase. When he got there, he didn't get a good feedback why it was increased from 150 to 200 naira. So he told them it should be returned back to 150, and it was returned. And I've observed it that when you enter, they will tell you there is no change. So you have to carry your own change to get your complete amount of money. If you are going with just 200 naira, forget it, you are paying 200 naira.
So they devised a means
yes,
to
they
still
devised
collect
a
the 200
means.
naira.
Yes, except there is another passenger giving with 50 naira. Then you are seeing a 50 naira that
you can't collect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you are going with just 200 naira and everybody there, forget it, you are paying 200 naira. So it's there. I almost confronted the driver. I was like, why is it that you guys, they always get 50 naira? And I didn't say it to annoy him or something. In fact, my conscience was very pure. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
But then the guy got angry. In fact, he was like, come down from my motor. I was like, that's so. And he got someone else who paid for the whole seats, just a drop. So I just let him go. But then, why were you angry when I asked the question if there was not something on the sleeve?
So you feel it's something they do intentionally?
Yes. Like, why is it? No. Every motor you enter, every taxi, every shuttle, why you don't have 15 naira? Why don't you have 15 naira? Why don't you have 15 naira? It's not 10 naira that we see we are not seeing, or 5 naira, but at least 15 naira, it's a little bit there.
It's everywhere, actually.
It's a little bit there.